What is going on, lads, and welcome back to another squad builder. This time we are going to be building the most respected team on the whole of FIFA 13. Just before we get into it, if you are looking to buy some FIFA coins, make sure you use the link that is down in the description so that you don't get your arse scammed. Right, first we've got a couple of honourable mentions that are on the bench, or players that maybe should have made the team but didn't fit into the formation, stuff like that. So first up we have got David Villa. This guy broke his leg when he was a child, and then I think it was his left leg. No, it was his right leg that he broke, and then his dad then made him use his left foot for everything, and that resulted in him being ambidextrous, and that is why he has got 5-star weak foot on FIFA. He then went and broke his leg in 2011 and missed out on Spain's 2012 Europa Championship, being Spain's top goal scorer ever. That is a massive loss to them, but he has fought his way back, and to me he's quite a respectable guy to keep battling and go through all that. Broke his leg twice when he's a professional footballer. The first time he shouldn't have even been able to play football, but he has done it, and he is an absolute quality player in real life, and just massive respect to the guy for fighting his way back from that. Second up is Jamie Carragher. This was quite suggested on Twitter, and this is because he is basically just a one-man club. He lives behind me, so he's not from the nicest of areas, and he has fought his way up to the top. He's now absolutely loaded, of course. He's never played for anyone but Liverpool. He's a one-man club, massively loyal, and just again, massive respect to this guy. The next one is one put in by myself. This guy wasn't actually suggested on Twitter. If you are looking to get involved in building these squads as well, make sure you go and follow me on Twitter. There is a link to that in the description. But this guy wasn't suggested at all. However, I know from being an Everton fan that this guy was straight up the Everton youth system and was never once considered to be the best player at his age level. But he just kept battling on, working hard, and just about pushing through to the next level. So he just about got his pro contract. He just about got into the reserves. And then eventually he made his breakthrough into the first team. And he's now one of Everton's mainstay players. He's finally got himself into the England squad at the age of 30, and he just never seems to stop working and trying. So he may not be the most talented of footballers, but he's definitely one of the most hard-working, and just a massive respect to the guy. Next player we've got on the bench is Frank Lampard. He's just basically a model professional footballer. He was suggested quite a lot. He's not really done something outstandingly respected. He has scored the most goals for Chelsea. He's at 200. He's the second most, highest goal scorer for Chelsea. He's played for England. He's been voted England's best player twice in a row. So he's basically just a really good professional footballer and doesn't really have a glint or a tint on his character or anything like that. He's never done anything out towards or just something that would make him look bad. So that's why Frank Lampard's in there. He's basically just a squeaky clean professional footballer who is an extremely good footballer at that. Same goes for this guy. This is Pirlo. He's won the World Cup. He has won 2 Champions Leagues. He's won 2 Serie A's. Him and Balotelli basically carried Italy to the European Cup final the other year, and all that when he's about 33. So he's an absolutely incredible footballer. His passing is unreal. He's just got the best brain, or one of the best brains that I've seen in football, for creating chances and just being an absolutely all-round incredible playmaker. So that is why that guy is there. He's one of the most respected players that is still playing the professional game. Same goes for this guy. He basically invented skill moves. Before Ronaldinho, there was not too much skill in professional football. He invented the flip-flap, where the ball is pushed side to side. You do it on FIFA by rotating the stick from the back of the player to one side to the back of the player to the other side. You guys know what I mean, but this guy is just absolutely unreal. He's not the prettiest of chaps, but he is an absolutely quality footballer. He's won loads of stuff. He's won the Champions League and all sorts with Barcelona. He's been to quite a few clubs, so he's not the most loyal of players, but he is just massively respected by everyone and widely regarded as one of the best footballers ever. Lastly is a bit of a controversial one, and it's one that I chose to put in there. I tweeted about it on Twitter, and some people disagreed with me and said he's not a very nice chap, but there is a boy called Jack Marshall who has got a brain tumour, and he's a massive Arsenal fan. So Jack Wilshere took it upon himself to become this boy's friend, go and see him, take him to Arsenal matches, to meet him in hospital, make him feel better, all this stuff. So to me, Jack Wilshere is massively respected for what he's done for that young lad. Maybe he's a bit of a dickhead, but he is also only about 18, and some of the stupid stuff he's done, he's been in the media since he was 16, so it can be forgiven for being so young and hot-headed, and now he's an absolute, seems like a really nice guy to go out and just go out of his way to improve some boy's life who is really ill. So now we are going to move on to the main team. In goal, we have got Brad Friedel. Now this guy is just an absolutely model pro. He's born in 1971, so that makes him, 40 nearly? Over 40? Jesus Christ. So this guy is horrendously old for a footballer, but he just keeps on going, and he is still one of the top goalkeepers in the league as well. He doesn't get a game so much anymore because of Hugo Lloris, who is also absolutely quality, but this guy would get into most Premier League teams, and at that age, it's just ridiculous and massively respected. At centre-back, we have got the first one is going to be Puyol. This is because this guy is just a one-man club. He's pretty old, he's getting on now, but he's still top of his game and plays almost every game for Barcelona when he can. And he's also like one of the old generation of footballers where none of this rolling around on the floor when you get kicked and trying to get the player sent off and all stuff like that. This guy gets blood pouring out of his head and just wraps a quick bandage around it and off he goes to header some more balls away. Absolute legend, massively respected for not being a pansy in the Barcelona team when a lot of them are. And he's just a one-man club who has never really played for anyone apart from Barcelona. Same goes for the other centre-back as well, and it is Andres, isn't it? Alessandro Nesta. So this guy, once more, massively respected. A really old guy. He's moved to the MLS now. I'm not too sure which team it is that he plays for. Let's have a check. He plays for Montreal Impact. Never really heard of them, but before that, in the Serie A, he was an absolute legend. Massively respected guy. One of the best centre-backs ever to play. He's just absolutely unbelievable, and everyone loves him. In Italy's cup-winning teams and stuff like that. Won the World Cup with them. Quality player and big respect to him. The left back is probably the most respected player in the whole of this team, and that is Eric Abidal. This guy has had cancer twice, and that's why he hasn't been playing for Barcelona too much lately. Don't even think he was in the last FIFA because of it. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I might be. He might have been put in anyway, but this guy is an absolute legend. He's had cancer twice, and he's come back from it twice, and he's a professional footballer. Like, think how much of a toll having cancer puts on you. On your body, and then think of how much of a toll being a professional footballer has on your body, and this guy has got both. Absolute legend, absolutely unbelievable. I can't think of many people who could do what he's done and still be one of the top left backs in the world, playing for Barcelona as well. At right back, we have again got someone in there because there wasn't too many suggestions, and this guy to me is an absolute legend. He played as testimonial for Everton not too long ago. He's never played for anyone, and it's the same reason as Osman. He's never been considered one of the best players in the country, in his position, in anything, in Everton even. But he just keeps on working, he keeps on going, and I just massively respect the guy for the effort that he puts in when he doesn't get any credit for it at all. He just gets the mick taken out of him for not being able to score, but he just keeps on working and keeps on playing, and he's one of the hardest working footballers I have ever seen in my life. So massive respect to Tony Hibbert there. At CDM, we have got a CM because I didn't convert them, so we're just going to change that over. And it is going to be David Beckham. Now, this guy has been in the news a lot for this, and it is because he gives all of his salary from PSG to charity. So that is, again, a massively respected thing. There's actually quite a few footballers who don't do it. An honourable mention to Mario Balotelli, because he has actually been doing that for years. But this guy is the one who's hit the headlines for it. So massive respect to David Beckham for giving his salary away, because obviously he doesn't need it, and it's good that it can go somewhere that it is needed. The other centre mid that we're going to be using is Paul Scholes. Now, this guy actually retired from football, and then when Manchester United were in need of him, Alex Ferguson gives him a call, and off he pops back down to the training ground to come and get involved and help Man United win what is probably going to be another one of them titles. They've got to play Man City today, but even if they lose, I can't see them throwing the title away. So Scholes has basically come back, steered them around, and made them win once again another title, all at the age of about 35 to 40, something stupid like that. I can't even bother to do the maths. I think that's 39 there. So this guy is 38 or 39, and he's playing professional football at an absolutely top quality level, and is about to win the Premier League for the umpteenth time. A lot of people suggested Ryan Giggs for the same reason as Scholes, but Giggs cheating on your missus with your brother's missus is not a respectable thing in my opinion, so that's why Giggs was left out. At centre attack and mid, we have got Steven Gerrard. This is again for the same reason as Jamie Carragher. Massively loyal guy to Liverpool, one-man club, fought his way up out of the shits of Liverpool, and is just now England captain. Absolutely quality player, and just a genuinely really respected guy all round. Lining up next to him at centre attack and mid, we have got Kaká. Now, this guy, if you don't know, broke his back in a swimming pool accident, but managed to fully recover when he should have been paralysed for life, and then has gone on to become a professional footballer. So again, same reason for Abidal, really. There's not many people who could overcome that, and also probably with David Villa, there's not many people who can overcome them things and then go on to be one of like the top 1% in the world in football. So that is absolutely incredible for Kaká, and just a massive respect to him. At striker, we have got Miroslav Klose. This is probably you've heard of it. It was quite a big news story. Basically, Klose handballed it and then scored afterwards, and it was given as a goal. And Klose went over to the ref and was like, "No, I've handballed it. Don't give it as a goal. It's unfair to the other team." So basically, he is in there for massive, massive sportsmanship. Great respect for this guy. There's a lot of hype about Di Canio lately, where him being a fascist and stuff like that and going in charge of a football club shouldn't be allowed. But he also did the same, a sort of similar thing. When he was playing against Everton, one of the Everton players was down on the floor and the ball was crossed into Di Canio and he could have just scored. I think it was the goalkeeper who was down injured. So it was an open goal and he could have just tapped it in. But instead, he just caught the ball and chucked it out for a goal kick because he thought it was unsportsmanlike to score when the goalkeeper was injured. So although there's a lot of hype about him being bad, he is also someone who's done something similar to Klose. And just a big respect to the two of them. Finally, we have got a centre attack and mid playing here. We will sort it out when we go and play for some games, but it is going to be Lionel Messi. Now, this guy is one of the most respected players in the world at the moment, solely for being the best player in the world, but also because he, when he was younger, had growth issues. So he was given growth hormones by Barcelona. So Barcelona basically took a massive risk on Messi, and luckily for them, he turned out to be one of the best footballers that's ever walked this planet. But he is fought again from adverse circumstances where he wasn't a natural height, was having to take hormones to even grow. That's why he's so small as he is now, and he's gone on to become arguably the best footballer that there has ever been. So that is the team complete. Once again, that 91 Messi was lent me by Evo, so his link will be in the description. Once again, go check out his channel. He's still doing that series where if he loses a game, every game he loses, he puts 25k up to be won. So all you'd have to do on that is drop a comment and you can win yourself up to 100k or something like that. He's throwing away each episode. So go and check out his channel, lads. He's a really good channel. But, like I was saying, that is now the team complete. So if you've got any suggestions for teams that you would like me to build, do be sure to drop them in the comments. Also, if you disagree with this team as well, or think maybe someone else should be put in there, let me know on your thoughts on that. I would love to hear what you've got to think. Don't go mad and smash the dislike button if you don't agree with me. Of course, drop this video a like if you have enjoyed it. And I hope we can smash maybe 500 likes on this video, is what we got on my squad builder yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, go and check that out. Link to that in the description. I built a 9.5 million coin squad. But anyway, lads, I am now going to leave you with some goals. It's going to be goals from one game that I played with this team. Absolutely demolished some kids, so I'm going to put all the highlights in from that. Nice little bit of background music for you to watch, and you can see some goals from this team. But anyway, lads, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do be sure to subscribe if you are new. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
We're gonna dance like crazy in this club, hanging with my boys, ladies for us. We're gonna show the girls just how we roll, 'cause there is nothing here will stop us, no. To me, girl, I got the right to say you wanna stay with me, dance all day. I got the people now, I show my moves. Within the club, we got our own rules. We got all day to dance crazy. Hanging with my crew, we're staring right through. I got my sights on you, dancing with all their moves. I wanna see you clubbing right.